All right, first and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, as Yahweh, who the world inwardly calls God, in the name of the Son, Yahushua, who the world inwardly knows as Jesus Christ. Right, we're the angels of Yahweh, right? Featuring our brothers, the servants, but we're kicking off this Passover lesson, through the Spirit. All right, come. Right, so we're going to kick off this Passover lesson through the Spirit, man. We celebrate Passover 2025.
That's right.
Man, and it's a blessing for us to be together, on these feast days, for us to gather together. The Lord said these feast days should be a holy convocation, meaning you got to gather together with your brothers, right? And this is one of the three main feast days that we got to gather together to keep, right? So like getting coincide, right? But yeah, we're gonna get into this lesson though. We're going into persecution. We seeing the signs of the times. We got this damn demon in the office right now, Trump, right? Who damn might be damn Nero incarnated, Esau incarnated. You never know. We just know he a damn demon, and the white man, he sees that his kingdom is coming to an end, and that just means that that he's just going to get harsher and harsher towards the end of his reign, right? So I'm asking y'all. Are y'all willing to drink? Are y'all ready to drink of that cup? Do y'all know what comes with that cup? Shalaki, can a brother pull for me Matthew 20 and 20? We're going to kick it off with that. We're going to kick it off with that. And we're going to kick it off with that, and then we're going to let the Spirit flow through there.
Con. This is the book of Matthew chapter 20 and verse 20. And it reads, Then came to him the mother of Zebedee's children with her sons worshiping him, and desiring a certain thing of him. And he said unto her, What wilt thou? She said unto him, Grant thee that these my two sons may sit, the one on the right hand and the other on the left, in thy kingdom. And Yahushua answered and said, You know not what you ask.
Right.
Are you able to drink of the cup?
Right. So Yahushua, the mother of Zebedee's children, James and John, right, who got nicknamed the sons of thunder. Or how it says in Hebrew, Boanerges or something, I believe to that effect, right? Their mother asked if they can sit on Yahushua's right hand and on his left hand in the kingdom, right? And he said, you don't know what you asking. He said, is you willing to drink of that cup that I got to drink of? Because what did Yahushua have to drink of? He had to get crucified. He had to get beat. He got spit upon, got his garments ripped up off of him. He got ridiculed. He got mocked. Is you willing to go through that to get into this kingdom of heaven? Do you got what it takes? Right? How bad? The real question is, how bad do you want it? Because the Most High, he's the one that's going to test you and make sure that your heart is pure, to get that. You keep going on that and we go back to another brother.
It says, Are you able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and to be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? Mm-hmm. They say unto him, We are able. Verse 23.
Right.
And he said unto them, Ye shall drink indeed of my cup, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with. Mm-hmm. But to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give, but it should be given to them for whom it is prepared of my Father.
And he said, y'all go indeed drink of the cup. Right? Because James and John, as disciples going into apostles, they went through it, man. Right? James, in the book of Acts chapter 12, he got his head cut off by Herod. Right? So the Yahushua said that you are indeed going to drink of that cup, right? So Salakia, if anybody's got another precept, I got some. I'm gonna send you something through the Spirit that I want you to bring out for my boy, one of y'all.
Oh, precept.
Bring it out, bro.
This is John chapter 6 and verse 26. Yahushua answered them and said, Verily, verily, I say unto you, seek ye, Salakia, ye seek me, not because ye saw the miracles, but because ye did eat of the loaves and were filled. Verse 27, labor not for the meat which perisheth, but for that meat which endureth unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give unto you. For him hath Yahweh the Father sealed.
Right, so Salakia. Read it again for me, Baba Show.
This is St. John chapter 6 and verse 26. Yahushua answered them and said, Verily, verily, I say unto you, ye seek me not because ye saw the miracles, but because ye did eat of the loaves and were filled. Verse 27, labor not for the meat which perisheth, but for that meat which endureth unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give unto you, for him hath Yahweh the Father sealed.
Right, so he said, labor not for the meat that perisheth, but for the meat that gives everlasting life. Right, like Paul said, he said, we don't labor for a corruptible crown, but an incorruptible crown. Right, we labor for a crown that's never going to fade, something that's never going to go away. Right, and that's that everlasting life that we look forward to getting in the kingdom. But first, we got to go through a lot. Right, so like before you pull out that number one, if brother don't got a precept, can you pull Acts 14:22?
I got this.
All right, go ahead.
Con. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, and verse 4. It says, for though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality, and have been a little chastened, they should be greatly rewarded. For God hath proved them, and found them worthy for himself. As gold is tried in the furnace, hath he tried them, and received them as a burnt offering. And in that time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro, like sparks amongst the rubble. The stubble, sorry.
Break it down.
So this is only going to how the Most High God is going to try us, man. Right? He's going to try us to find us worthy, man. As gold is to be tried. When gold is being purified, all the extra metals that's inside of gold have to be purged out through the fire, man. So the Most High God can try you in any type of way He see fit, man. He see fit to make your spirit strong. The Most High God can break it down just to build you back up, but it's still you being tried. A lot of people can't. It's a sin in the world. If people went through what we went through or going through, they'll be on Lexapro, man. Right? Lexapro is a medication that people use for the mental, man. Right? Because the Most High God can put you through all tests and trials and tribulations just to prove your spirit to see if you're worthy enough for his kingdom, man. Right? And ultimately that gives you faith, right? Because what faith work of what? Patience, man. When you gain faith through the Most High God, you understand it's a test I'm going through, man. So that builds your faith up for the Most High God, man. Right? That's basically what that's going to.
Bring it up.
This is a rock 2-1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So when you come in this truth, the temptation, the trials, the tribulation, it comes with this. When you go into other religions, Christianity, Islam, they don't have no rules. You know what I'm saying?
It's a cakewalk.
Yeah, it's a cakewalk. But this ain't no cakewalk. This is a narrow path. You know what I'm saying? So if you come into this truth, this ain't for the weak. So, you know what I'm saying?
And I like that. So like you had something?
Go ahead, speak on you.
Okay, Con, yeah. So I like the precept that the brother just pulled because it said, prepare that shalaki kunai. Can you plug the charger into the phone so it won't die? The charger. That's on the ground. It's on the ground. Over there on the other side. Right, so I like the precept the brother just pulled because it said, prepare thy soul for temptation. Right, because in the book of Revelation, Yahweh specifically said, you got to stay strong during that hour of temptation. In Revelation chapter 3. It's going to be an hour of temptation. It's going to be a time, not a specific hour, but a time limit, right? A measure of time where your soul is going to be tempted, right? They're going to try to get you to take, that mark of the beast. They're going to try to get you to conform to the ways of the world, right? They're going to try to get you to forsake your God, right? In order to, make your way into conforming into their kingdom, trim your ways to seek love. That's what they'll select. Trying to make sure that this still up there. It's still select. Right, trim your ways to seek love. That's something that you ought not to do because if you do that, you failed in that hour of temptation. Right, and like it says in Proverbs, if thou faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. So you want to show the Lord that you got that strength to make it into the kingdom of heaven. You got it, Brother Ash.
This is the book of Job, chapter 23, verse 10. It says, but he knoweth the way that I take when he hath tried me. I shall come forth as gold.
Right.
So that's going into the Most High. The Most High going to chastise his people, right? We all coming in this truth. We all got to go through the fight. So The Lord, you know when the Lord have tried you, you gotta come out gold. Period.
Right.
Right? Come on. You got it, bro.
I gotta put this up. Come on. This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, and verse 12. It says, yea, and all that will live godly in Christ, shall suffer persecution, man. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. It says, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned, and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them, man. So if you come, like the brother said, like my brother Mawar pointed out, once you come into this truth, man, once you decide, you know, once the Most High God give you the calling, He call upon your name, and you decide to answer the call, man, you decide to walk in this truth, man, you will surely suffer persecution, man, right? And the evil men, right, they will be seduced, man, with being deceived. That goes into religions, right? All these different religions that's about in the world, right? They're gonna fall to the wayside to these different things. Because guess what? We walk in a straight and narrow path, man. So we know it's only one truth, man. It's only one truth, and it's a lie, man. Right? So understanding this truth, we understand that we're gonna go through persecution because the Most High God is not gonna hand you the kingdom, man. You're gonna have to go through something. You got to be proven worthy, man. You got to suffer, man. If you don't suffer, then guess what? The Most High God probably ain't really got an eye on you, man. Because the Most High God, if He put you through sufferings, it's a light He's seeing you that you may not see in yourself, man. And he got that light bulb got to go off through the suffering, man. Right? The kind of brothers got it.
I got a precept, Surah 3 and 21. Seek not out things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength. But what is commanded thee, think upon thereof, thereupon with reverence, for it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are secret, right? And this goes to like the Muslims, all these different type of religions, man. They try to seek different things and try to be kind of too deep and yeah, you know what I'm saying? They try to get in too deep with they religion, man. The Most High deals with practical knowledge, man. And with this practical knowledge, you can see yourself in these scriptures. You can see yourself in this book. You can see the laws. You know that the Black, Latino, and Native American man, they need laws. Because without these laws, we are out here doing all type of wickedness, man, killing each other, robbing each other, don't have a love for each other. But when you revert back to this Bible, it shows you how to love your people and how to heal your people.
The brother got that Acts 14:22, and then I sent my boys screenshots from a couple books that I want to get into, and we could just bounce off of those. Acts 14:22.
Can I grab one more while you're reading it?
But now can you grab Acts 14:22?
I'm gonna bring out the book of Romans, chapter 5. And also that verse 3. It says that not only so, but we glory in tribulations, man. Right? The Most High God told us in the book of Sirach, chapter 2, right? Whatever come upon you, take cheerfully. So we glory in these tribulations, man. No matter how uncomfortable they are, no matter how they feel in the moment, no matter what it's putting you through, we have to find a way to glory in these things. And the glory is for the greater goodness that explain that. It says, but we glory in tribulation also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience. And patience experience hope, man. And hope maketh not ashamed, because the love of God is shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Ghost, which is given unto us, man. So this tribulation, it opens up different avenues in your mind, man. It works patience. Then patience comes endurance. And then endurance, faith, hope, right? And you hope for the things, you hope for the kingdom, man. You hope for these different things. So when you go through these tribulations, that's why we glory in these things, no matter what we're going through, man. It's all a process that works out itself, man, for the greater good of the nation and for you being a vessel to the Most High God, man.
And Salakia, without patience, you're not gonna make it in this truth.
Sure.
That's right. You gotta have patience.
So
right? It says, "He that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved." And you're not gonna endure to the end if you ain't got patience. Yahweh Shah gave a parable, I believe it's in Matthew the 25th chapter, right, where he said that it's gonna come a time where a servant is gonna say, "My Lord, delayed his coming," meaning the Lord taking too long to come back. I thought the sky was gonna bend crack. I thought tribulation was gonna already happen. The brothers told me that, by 2000, by 2020, by something like this. when the COVID came.
2012, right.
Yeah, 2012, whatever. You know, the brothers told me all this. The Lord delaying this coming. I'm gonna just go back into the world, and that's how niggas think. With that mindset, you're not gonna make it into this truth. Right? You gotta have patience. You gotta have endurance. Like it says, no man know of the hour. So if no man know of the hour, nigga, you need to keep enduring until that hour comes. Because the clock gonna strike at midnight. You don't know when your door gonna get kicked in by that robber at night. The Son of Man said he's gonna come like a thief in the night, man. You don't know when a thief gonna come into your house at night. You just gotta be prepared when it happens. Right? And if you ain't prepared when it happens, you're gonna get caught with your pants down and your house gonna be empty. So he's taking everything.
You gotta have a spiritual ring camera, man. You gotta be watching that camera, man. Right. Watching the times and the signs, man. You gotta be super spiritual in all aspects, man. Right.
So like it. So brother, you got that Acts 14?
This is Acts 14.
Read it, Mike King.
This is Acts 14 and verse 22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith,
Right.
and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh.
Right. So it said we gotta exhort each other to continue in the faith. When your brother feeling weak, it's up to you to be a brother to that brother, because brotherhood, like other camps always say, brotherhood is a weapon. You know, so it's up to you to be a brother to him, right? To, continue to push that brother when he's falling short. Continue to push that brother when he's feeling weak. So he can come back and do the same for you. Right? And that's how y'all go endure. You gotta tell him, like, bro, this come with it. Like the brother Mugwall brought out, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. This come with this life, bro. It come with it. You gonna lose your car. You gonna lose your job. Your rib gonna leave you. When you try to get another rib or whatever. She gonna do things like that. She gonna hate that you don't celebrate Valentine's Day no more. That's gonna happen. Illness is gonna happen. Look at Job. All these things is gonna happen. People gonna die that's close to you. All these things are gonna happen. You gotta prepare your soul for that and be able to endure through that. Go ahead.
This is Hebrews 11 and 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. By faith, Noah, being warned of God of things soon seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he commanded the world. And because here of the righteousness which is by faith, right? I'm gonna go ahead and go to 8:2. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out not knowing whither he went. Right? So this just getting into faith, man. The faith is going to keep you enduring, because what you see and what you know to be real is going to keep you going and keep pushing this movement. Because in the world, when you in the world, it don't have you doing anything to keep you pushing, man. That's why brothers is out here losing their lives. That's why brothers out here carrying pipes, killing each other and stuff like that, because they don't have any faith. They don't have no substance of something that's in the near future. Right. Faith is keeping us grounded and keeping us living for our people. Right? Our people need us to be big brothers in this truth, big brothers and to showing them it's a better way and things like that. Right? That's why we in this truth, man. To keep the ball moving forward, to keep the ball rolling. If we're not in this truth, then we're gonna die off. Right. That's just what it's gonna be. Right. The black man is gonna die off. If it ain't for the Hebrews like this you see on the corners trying to wake up our people, the black man, the Latino man, and Hispanic, the Native American man, he's going to die off. Because ain't nothing keeping them trying to rebuild their community, rebuild their nation. We the only ones, we the last thing left, man. Right. We the last thing left.
The last thing.
The last hope. Right?
So can you jump to verse 26 in that same chapter you were just in? Going on Moses. That's probably my favorite precept.
Now this Hebrews 11 and 26,
Probably 25.
25. Choosing rather to suffer affliction.
23, 24.
I'm
By
gonna
faith
read.
Moses. Where it say by faith
It's
Moses.
both from this. I started 23.
Yeah, 20.
By faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents.
Right, so when Moses was born, the Egyptians was killing all of our babies. Brothers bring this out at camp. Margaret Sanger was doing the same thing to us.
Right.
J. Edgar Hoover was doing the same thing to us, trying to prevent a black Messiah from rising. Right, keep going, Salakia.
Because they saw he was a proper child.
Right.
And they were not afraid of the king's commandments.
Mm-hmm.
By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter.
So Moses grew up in Egyptian royalty. Right, he grew up in Egyptian royalty, right? And when he came to years, he refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, man. He refused to be called an Egyptian. He refused to be called, a member of their society. The same thing that we doing right now. We refuse to call ourselves American. We refuse to call ourselves African American or ADOS or damn, what is it called? Foundational FBA. We refuse that because we know who the hell we are. We know who our forefathers are.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so like you keep going, Baba Shaw.
Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God.
It says he chose rather to suffer affliction. Right, he could have lived his life
That's mine.
as in royalty. But he chose. He was like, I'm gonna suffer with my niggas.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
That's right. He chose to live an opposite life. He could have been a P. Diddy. He
Right.
could have been an R. Kelly.
Right.
He could have been a Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, LeBron James, Prince. All of the high altitudes of what we call he made it. He chose different. He chose to suffer with his people, man. Because there's nothing better than your own damn people, man.
Right.
There's nothing better than dying and protecting your damn people.
Right.
Because what we do is we put our lives on the line. We feel like our people is more important than our own kids, man.
Right.
Our own souls, man. We do this for y'all. And right now, it's a happy time for us to come together because we see what Donald Trump is doing, right? These is the same damn, matter of fact, right here with precept, ain't nothing new under the sun, right? Because Donald Trump, he's no different than Pharaoh.
We're gonna get into that.
He's no different than Pharaoh. He's no different than Margaret Sanger. He's no different from J. Edgar Hoover. He's no different from any of those people. Bring it out, King.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, in verse 9. It says, the thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
There's no new thing under the sun, man. The oppression has been here since we broke the commandments, man. The oppression has been here since the beginning of time, man. Since we've been in the hands of the damn African nation, man. Ain't nothing new under the sun, man. You know how you run that race and somebody hand you the baton? That's all happens.
Right.
Somebody else get that baton to be over the heads and children of Israel, man. You got it, King.
Precept.
You got it.
All right, bring out your precept and then we're gonna get into what I got my right.
This is Matthew chapter 23 and verse 12. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted. So, like the scripture says, Moses, he was like one of the most humblest people, right? And he chose to suffer with his people, so he was exalted to be a ruler over the nation.
Right.
Choose your own people.
Go ahead and bring that out, mother. Right. This first, that number 1.
Okay.
Right. This is from the book Medieval Europe. Right. Introduction to Medieval Europe. Right. And it's describing, Yahweh Shai. You're gonna read the highlighted part.
The Mediterranean world. In the course of a long and torturous history, the Jews, had elaborated a strictly monotheistic conception of a God.
Right, so the Jews, which is our people back then, right, they referred to all 12 tribes as Jews, right, or you could refer to us as Israelites, right? But it said we elaborated to a monotheistic, point of view, meaning we only served one God, right? That's monotheistic. We only served one God, right? We wasn't like the Romans, right? Because this is talking about the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire had many gods, right? They was polytheistic, right? Like the brother just said, right? They had many gods. They had, what is it, Zeus, Hercules, all those Greco-Roman gods, right? The sun, the moon, they worship all those things, right? And we refuse to worship their gods, right? We worship the God of our fathers, Yahweh, right? By Hashem Yahweh. We're still doing that to this day, right? Keep going,
But he was nonetheless the national God of his specially chosen people,
right? And that's right there. This is not in the Bible, right? This is a book, Introduction to Medieval Europe, that God has a specially chosen people, man. Right? Keep going, even the heathens know this, that we God's chosen people. But in that Christian church, they kind of tell you something different, right? Because why they rocking you to sleep? They don't want you to rebel.
Right.
They don't want. Yeah, this is the best kept secret. They don't want you to rebel. They don't want you to go against the world powers. But us, the Lord, He put a spirit on us to go against that. Keep going,
Jewish religious experience have been recorded in a body of Hebrew literature known to us as the Old Testament.
Right.
It existed also in a Greek translation called the Septuagint.
Right. We got this thing called the Eighth of Tibet, right, where we mourn, right, because our scriptures had to be translated into Greek.
Right.
We mourned for that. Because why? The things that are spoken in Hebrew are not as powerful.
It don't
hit like that. Right? When you say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew, it ain't the same when you say it in English. You feel the spirit when you say it in Hebrew.
Chills.
Yeah, you get the chills, like your arms and your hair standing.
It hit different.
It hit different.
I got people.
Go ahead. What you got?
This is like the prologue to Ecclesiasticus or Sirach. It says, "For the same things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another tongue have not the same force in them."
Great precept.
Keep going on that, my boy.
Okay. For the benefit of the Jews who had wandered away from their homeland.
Right, so we mourned it. We didn't like it, but it was beneficial to our people. Because while you had a lot of Hebrews, a lot of Israelites that only spoke Greek, because what? You had the diasporas, right? You had the brothers and sisters that was, spread abroad, like James said, right? The 12 tribes that were scattered abroad, right? So we had to translate our text into these other languages, right? The Lord said that with stammering lips and another tongue will He speak to His people, man. That's why the Bible is in English today. You got to point on it.
Yeah, and that's why Paul had to go into these different Galatians and all those different places, because they didn't know that they was Hebrew Israelites. They didn't know that they had a tongue. And he was the master of all tongues, man. You know what I'm saying? He had to know the Greek. He had to know the Romanian language, the Latin, and all those different things, man. Right? That's what it means to speak in tongues, man. So you get your people up out that damn hellhole. Just like how we starting to learn the Washington, how you say it? Lashon Kodash, man. So it can hit different. So that spirit could get on you once you ask for the Most High for certain things that you need in your life, man. You can't be praying in this damn heathenistic ass translation.
Keep on my wall.
The long succession of conquerors, of whom the Romans were only the last.
Right, so we got conquered by nation after nation, by nation after nation. Right, we had captivity after captivity after captivity, and they said the Romans were the last. Right, we still under the Romans till this day. To this day. Right, Trump just had a picture. What's that? The brothers put it in the chat. There's a picture of Trump. He looked like a Roman emperor. Had the little what is that?
You know that Great Britain, the so-called white man, they came from Great Britain to conquer the Americas, man. And when you look up the history, you know that the Romans conquered Great Britain. So these are the same people that that was in Rome, man. These are the same people. They just call themselves Americans or Caucasians, man. These are the same people from the Roman Empire, man. Different sections and stuff, and different names, like how the heathen love to do.
Who had overridden the Jewish homeland, had driven the Jewish people to a great hope and definite expectation that their God will someday release them from the political bondage to foreign masters.
Right, so it said we had hope back then that our God will one day release. Somebody grab me the Luke 1:68, by the way. That's what that's going into. Right? One day our God will release us from this American bondage. One day our God will release us from under these damn presidents, under this damn the cabinet of the senators, and the damn what's the other branch? Legislative branch and the executive, judicial, all that. The Lord, our Lord, the fake ass democracy, man, which is turned into a damn what is it called? Dictatorship. Right? The Lord is gonna save us from that. So like you bring that out for me,
This is the book of Luke, chapter 1, and verse 68. It says, "Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and have raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of the servant David, and as he spake by mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began."
Right. Keep on.
Verse 71, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all of them that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant.
Right. It said that we should be saved from our enemies, man. And it said all our enemies, right? We got to get saved from these damn Arabs, from these damn Chinese people, the Elamites that's overtaxing you in the gas station. I believe the Lord didn't want me to, give my money to this Arab man earlier because my damn phone didn't have no service in the store. And I knew this man was racist. Right. My phone just wouldn't work. I was like, hey, Lord, I don't want to give you no money.
And the thing is, man, I just seen another video yesterday where black people was beating up a Moabite in Chicago, man. How many times do the Moabs got to put their hands on you, slap you across the head, hit you with a bat, shoot you in the back of the head, for you to learn that these people do not love you? These people is not your friends. And every second they get, they're going to try to hurt you or murder you, man. We got to separate and break away from the chains of bondage. And it's not just physical chains, man. It's your mental, it's your spirit. All those things have effect, man. Right? All those things have effect on you, right? We don't see the things, man. That's why you gotta have faith in these scriptures, because the scriptures break it down for you. Because it's a spiritual warfare before it's a physical warfare, man. We can't just be out here dangling, man. We out here dangling. Like, yeah, man. We out here just dangling for them to just come pick us off, man. We gotta have that warrior spirit. We gotta be in the forefront as a warrior's people, man. And the only way you could be in that warrior spirit is through the commandments and following the Most High God, man. Right. You ain't gonna be no damn warrior out here, and you just out here just doing your own things, man. Because if you think these little YNs is warriors, them niggas cowards, man. Them niggas is cowards.
Killing each other.
They're killing each other. You ain't killing the person that put you in that situation. Right? The white man put you in that situation. The white man put you in them damn in them prison cells, man. When you run, when the police get behind you and them sirens go off, you run with the damn gun on you. And they got guns. And then when they catch you, they're gonna kill you. You're not running and then shooting at the police and doing all that, and we're not saying do that. But nigga, that's a weak ass and feminine spirit. We go against the niggas you scared to go against.
Right.
So what that make us? We're in a warrior spirit of the Most High. Go ahead and get your piece up here.
No, cause I just had a point, right? when have we ever made war with the Ku Klux Klan? We were so quick to make war with the niggas from the next block, man. Exactly. Right? We so quick to kill each other from the next block. But the white man can put on a white cone hat and a white robe, right, and roam freely and be in Ohio and so forth and so on. You know, we are taught to make it look good, but when have we actually went to war? See, we go to war with each other every day. Triggers get pulled every day, right? Glocks get cut back every single day. You know what I'm saying? A body drop every single day. But when has the white man fallen to us due to righteousness, man? Right? We so quick to kill each other, but why don't we have the same attitude when it comes to the so-called white man in the heathen nations, man? Right? It's like that whole, we become a docile people when it involves the heathen. When it comes to us, we so gangster. Right? We that nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's wicked, man.
It's like it. I ain't seen so many videos of us getting beat, and the person behind the camera is a so-called Black, Latino, and Native American. So you would let somebody else. Matter of fact, get that scripture with Moses. When Moses killed. Yeah. Right? Because the thing is, right?
He slew him for his brother, man.
Man, it's the Passover, man. We gotta talk about these wicked ass Africans, man. Right? Because the thing is, we gotta put that same spirit on us, right? We gotta put that same spirit on us, man. Because there's so much stuff happening to us, and we just sit there and be docile and let the things happen to us, man. We are God's chosen children, man. Right? We are God's chosen children. And if God think that we special, then God damn it, we are special.
Right.
Right? You got the precept in. And then you can have it out this precept, man. So we gotta have this warrior spirit, man. We got to.
It's 2:11. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 2, and verse 11. And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown, that he went out unto his brethren and looked on their burdens, and he spotted an Egyptian.
Reread that, King.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 2, and verse 11. And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown.
When Moses was grown, man, it's a difference between the YNs and grown-ups, right? The grown-ups is supposed to be able to decipher what is right and wrong, right? Go ahead and read.
It says that he went out unto his brethren and looked on their burdens, and he spied an Egyptian smiting in Hebrew.
Hold on. His brethren is a Hebrew Israelite, right? He's seen the Hebrew getting murdered by a goddamn Egyptian, man. A damn Hamite. A funky-ass African. Go ahead.
It says one of his brethren, and he looked this way and that way. And when he saw
Hold on. He looked this way and that way. Ain't that how niggas even operate? The white man don't look this way and that way. He just murders. He scoped the damn scene out.
The coast is clean.
The coast is clean.
We're not taking care of them.
Exactly.
Nigga look like this, like, y'all see this shit?
Exactly. Like, I can't believe this shit. Hold on. Let me see what's going on. That's just how a nigga operates. The white man can't operate like that. Why the hell is these heathens out here holding our foot, man? They just go off of whoever is under them. They just kill them because they know that they can get out from it, because don't nobody care about these people. Moses, what did he do? He looked and said, I gotta murder this nigga because don't nobody care about them, but I care about them. I gotta be a warrior. I gotta be, I gotta be circumspect and try to get away with this murder, man. Go ahead.
it says, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian.
He did what?
He slew the Egyptian.
He did who?
He slew the Egyptian.
He slew the Egyptian
And hid him in the sand.
and he hid his ass in the goddamn sand, man.
It's like Moses is the originator of leave you stinking.
God.
Fuck you stinking. What motherfucker say leave you stinking? That's what he did, man.
Warrior spirit.
Every day.
Yeah.
Took him and buried him, man. Because that's just what happens, man. When you deal with brothers of the Most High, man, that's what happens. We ain't scared of your oppression. We're not scared of all these different nations, man. We're gonna come together through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, man. And that's just what it is. Go ahead, King, you got it.
It was a thought that through the instrumentality of a Messiah, especially sent by God a new Jewish kingdom was to be set up.
And you know, they saying Jewish, but you know, we know they talk about Israelite kingdom. You know, Jewish as in, you know, today's words, right?
Hold on, let me ask you something, okay? Isn't that what they said about the J. Edgar Hoover and them? What they said about the
To prevent a black Messiah.
Yeah, ain't that what they said?
Yeah, that's what they said. That's what they said. Yeah.
So that's how you know that we are the real Jews, right?
And you pulled out, you know, which was done back then is that which is done today. You know, this shows that who the Bible is talking about.
That's right.
Go ahead, King.
A new era of peace and plenty of power and splendor ushered in.
That's talking about our kingdom, man. That's what we await. A new era of peace, man. Like how Solomon reigned that 40 years of peace. Hey, we gonna have an eternity of peace, man. Right? These heathens, we finna have our boots on their neck, right? And they gonna be scared to even buck up against us and come against us, man. Right? So like you keep going on that,
which would end forever grief, subjection, and despair. Yahweh will bring his people into their rightful heritage at last.
Right.
It was this messianic hope that inspired Yahweh.
Right. And they say it's inspired Yahweh. Yahweh knew he was the Messiah, man. Right? It's not no inspired like he read the scripture like, okay, I could be this guy. No, he knew he was that guy, man. He knew he was the son of God. Couldn't no other brother do them miracles. Couldn't no other brother do the acts that he did. Couldn't no other brother bring them teachings that he did, man. Because he knew who he was, man. He came exactly at the time that he was meant to come. Y'all looking for something?
Yeah, go ahead.
He looked to the new kingdom of Yahweh to establish the final relationship of fatherhood,
Right.
and kingdom of Yahweh,
Right.
to establish the final relationship of the fatherhood and sonship between the Yashala God and the Jewish people.
Right. So he said his mission was to establish the father-son relationship of the Most High God and the so-called Jewish people, meaning the Israelites. Right. So that shows right there that even these heathens know that it's a direct relationship between God and the children of Israel.
Right.
The Most High God is not the God of everybody. He's only the God of the children of Israel.
That's right.
So like it. You can go to you can jump to that second slide. Well, now you keep reading into that second slide. It goes right into it.
And a reign of brotherly love among men.
And that's what we're pushing right now. Brotherly love amongst the 12 tribes. That's the only thing that's going to bring us together is that brotherly love. That's what's going to build us up.
That's right.
Right, keep going.
Moreover, he was convinced that this new day was about to dawn and that it was his duty to announce the gospel, the good news of the speedy coming of the kingdom of Yahweh.
Right.
Yet it was to be established only after a day of reckoning.
Right. Meaning judgment day. Keep going.
When those who were judged worthy to become citizens of the new kingdom were to be separated from those judged unworthy.
Right. So like it. Let me get what is that? Matthew 25 and 32. Start at 31. About 25, 31. Yeah, 25 and 31.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25, and I'm going to start at verse 31. It says, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him.
Right, so when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, meaning when that sky cracks. Keep going.
It says, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory.
Then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. Keep going.
And before him shall be gathered all the nations.
All nations is going to be gathered before Yahweh Shai. Keep going.
And he shall separate them one from another. He shall separate them.
He shall put them together.
And he shall separate them.
He shall hug them all.
He shall separate them
Keep going.
one from another.
And he going to separate all those nations one from another. The worthy from the unworthy. All right, keep going.
As a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats.
As a shepherd divided his sheep from a goat.
Right. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, and the goats on his left.
And the goats on his left. The other nations are the goats. The unworthy are the goats. But the sheep, we hear his voice. We follow him. Right? And he is the shepherd. We can keep going, Mother World, about the show. So like you jump down to that. Well, no, keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah, no, jump down to that second paragraph where it say opinions.
Okay. Opinions differ as to whether Yahushua believed himself to be the Messiah.
And that's just Christian rhetoric, right? Because Yahushua knew emphatically that he was the Messiah.
That's right.
Right? He said he was there to do his father's business at 12 years old. Right? Keep going.
Who was to be delivered his people, the agent of Yahweh.
And it says who was to deliver his people. His name was Yahushua, meaning he delivers. He knew who the hell he was, but the white man just got to speculate. He got to speculate. He can't put it right on the, hit the nail right on the head because he want to leave you guessing. Keep going.
The agent of God in establishing a new kingdom.
Right.
But many of his immediate followers took him for the Jewish Messiah. Thus, when at Jerusalem, he was first publicly proclaimed as the inaugurator of the expected new era.
Right, so meaning he was going to be the one to bring in the new era, and he is. Keep going.
It was inevitable that he should be looked upon by the authorities as a dangerous and fanatical revolutionist.
So it said he was looked upon by the authorities, meaning the Roman government, the scribes and the Pharisees, the politicians, right? The House and the Senate. They all those looked at him as a dangerous, fanatical revolutionist, right? Can the brother bring up fanatical, the definition of fanatical for us? Because that's how they look at Yahushua. And that's exactly how the hell they look at us, man. That's how they look at us. Because he was preaching, the kingdom of God is at hand. Separate from this society, gather together with your own brothers, and keep the will of God. And they look at us for teaching that as the fanatical revolutionists. And we're going to bring out what that means. Bring out fanatical.
So this is a definition of fanatical, right? Let me even go into similar words, right? The definition of fanatical means to be filled with excessive and single-minded zeal.
It says excessive and single-minded zeal. The nigga had a one-track mind on bringing his people out of this captivity and serving God and going and ultimately defying the damn Roman Empire, man. And that's what the hell we doing today. We ultimately defying the American Empire, which is this Roman Empire. Right? So like Kunal, can you hold for me Acts 16 and 16 after you finish bringing this up?
I'm gonna go into similar words, right? That's gonna be that very popular, right? And it should be used to explain this definition. A similar word would be zealous, extremist,
right?
Militant,
right?
Bigoted.
And that's what we live to be. Zealous, right? We zealous about this law. We zealous about raising our brothers and sisters' mind state up, man. Right? We extremists. We extreme about it. We not hold back to what the hell we say out on those highways and byways. Right? And we militant. We standing together. Right? We got boots on the ground. Right? We standing against the oppression. We standing against whatever the so-called white man got for us. We standing against that. Right? Keep going.
It says narrow-minded and uncompromising. Man.
Right? Uncompromising. You can't pay us off. You can't pay us out of this truth, man. Ain't no money value, ain't no monetary value that you could put that could make us turn from being Israelites, man. That's what the so-called white man gonna do. That's the hour of temptation, right? He gonna say, "Hey, I'm gonna cut your food stamps off if you continue being an Israelite. I'm gonna make sure that your kids, your baby mama, all y'all don't eat if you continue being an Israelite and teaching out on them corners.
Lose your benefit.
Yeah, you're gonna lose your benefits. If you don't take this chip or whatever. He's gonna say that. He's gonna put these monetary value things in your face to try to make you turn away from God. And that's when you gotta make that choice. Right?
Can I add on?
It says buy the truth and sell it not.
Can I add on to what you said?
This another chair? Yeah.
I want to add
Go
on.
ahead.
The original one West, remember we was in when we seen the Balkan now, they was talking about how the Jewish people tried to pay them off, change their doctrine.
Right.
They said, no, you can't pay us off. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep this same doctrine.
Some brothers did get paid off.
Yeah,
That's why you
What
got.
about IUIC?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what they got paid. Allegedly, they got paid.
Hold on.
get too
Hold
deep.
on,
Man. I'm live, but
Hold up. Look,
I ain't trying to get too deep.
hold on, man.
Go ahead.
So, you know, a lot of brothers got, you know, I ain't gonna say a lot, but it is speculation that people got paid off. Right now, you can't get paid off, right? This shit is what they say, we in too deep, man. Like, how could you get paid off? Because now, you got so many brothers that's out here we're gonna talk about your fuck ups. We're gonna talk about the bullshit that you're trying to run on the people, man. Right? There's no hiding this, right? Even with what happened recently in Israel, man. They don't want us to talk about what's going on in Israel, man. They want us to silence and be like the Christian church, man. The hell with the Christian church. We're gonna do what is right through the Most High God, man. Right? We're gonna hold these laws. We're gonna hold you accountable for what you saying that you preach and that you teach, man. If you're gonna preach and teach, you gotta live up to the standards.
Right.
We're not trying to have no hypocrite teaching our goddamn people, man. And that's with any nigga. Because I'm in this and I'm putting my body on the line and my soul and my way of doing it on the line, regardless. And if you say you're a teacher and you out here doing whatever you need to do, man, I'm gonna hold your ass accountable, man. I'm gonna hold you accountable. I think every brother in this damn, if you so-called One West Israelite, I think you're supposed to do the same damn thing, man.
Right.
Same thing.
Tom, bring that out for me.
This is Acts 16.
Introduction to medieval Europe.
This is Acts 16 and verse 16. And it came to pass, as we went to prayer, a certain damsel possessed with a spirit of divination met us, which brought her masters much gain by soothsaying.
Right, so you got heathens, and you got our people, some of our people, you know, getting paid off of, you know, what is it, soothsaying, you know, your modern day Christians, you know, your modern day palm readings and tarot card readings and all of that. They making a lot of money off of these things, but their money start to decrease when we start bringing that truth out. Right, we start bringing that truth out and opening people's eyes. Like, why is she believing what the hell she's saying about zodiac signs when everything that she's saying can apply to any fucking body on this earth? It can apply to anybody. They say, "Oh, you a Capricorn. I know that. You know, you stubborn or whatever." Man, nigga, I know niggas that was born in September that's stubborn.
Right.
You know, it don't matter. Like, it don't matter. You know, anybody on the world can hold one of these characteristics.
What do you almost
Right. So, like, keep going, Kuna.
Verse 17. The same followed Paul and us and cried, saying, These men are the servants of the Most High Yahweh, which show unto us the way of salvation.
Right.
And this did she many days. But Paul, being grieved, turned and said to the Spirit, I command thee in the name of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach to come out of her. And he came out of her, and he came out the same hour.
Right, keep going. So Paul casted, I believe it was Paul, right?
Yeah.
Paul casted the spirit out of the sister, right? Out of the sister that had the spirit of divination, right? Keep going. We're going to get to the point.
Verse 19. And when her masters saw that the hope of their gains was gone.
Right, so when the people that was employing her saw that, you know, they ain't had no way to make the money no more because she didn't have that witchcraft spirit. She ain't had that spirit of divination no more. So their way of making money came to a halt, right? Because of this truth. Keep going.
They caught Paul and Silas.
They caught Paul and Silas, right? Two apostles. Keep going.
And drew them into the marketplace,
right,
unto the rulers.
Right, unto the rulers, right? So you got people that would try to take you to the rulers. You're going to have people, when you out there teaching on the corners, they going to try to say, hey, they going to call the police on you. We had it happen to us. Right? We had brothers that we thought was, you know, a brother, you know, but he was an undercover cop and called the police on us.
What they charge the Howard Shah with? Sedition.
Yeah, sedition, insurrection, all those things.
Rebellion against the government.
right, rebelling against the government. That's how you know that he was a fanatic revolutionary,
God.
right? So like, you keep going. Kona, keep going.
And drew them into the marketplace unto the rulers,
Right.
and brought them to the magistrates, saying, These men being Jews,
These men being what?
being Jews,
Being Christians.
being Jews,
Being Muslims.
being Jews,
Being Buddhists.
being Jews,
Being Hindus.
being Jews,
Keep going.
do exceedingly trouble our city.
Hey, and we Jews.
That's
And we trouble in the city.
That's it. That's what they're gonna be
I don't see
trying
no,
to try
yeah, that's
to
what they gonna be saying. I don't see no Christians being charged with that.
do.
I don't see my pastor of my old church being charged with that.
And that day coming.
That they come, right? That we're gonna be persecuted for what we teach. We're gonna be persecuted by the laws that we stand by, right? It say these men, being Jews, do exceeding trouble the city, man. We troubling the city. They didn't have what's that app where the report, the Citizen Watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Citizen app, right? We got reported that what it said a group got the we had a blowhorn on the corner, you know, and that we was, you know, troubling Hyde Park. You know, and that's just what it is. That's the scriptures we living at today. Go ahead, bring out your precept, King.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 22.
Bring it out.
And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake.
Right.
But he that endureth to the end shall be saved.
Right. We shall be hated of all men. So, like, you want to break it down? Okay. We shall be hated of all men for Christ's name's sake. Because we pushing the same thing that he was pushing. So we gonna be hated just like how he hated. So like if somebody hold John 15 and 19 for me about yourself. Right, John 15 and 19. Keep going on that, Kuna.
And teaching customs which are not lawful for us to receive,
Right.
neither to observe, being Romans.
Right.
And the multitude rose up together against them,
Right.
and the magistrates rent off their clothes and commanded to beat them.
Right. So they beat them, man. The apostles, they got beat for teaching what they teach, man. Go ahead.
God, this is the book. This is the book of Luke, chapter 4, and verse 24. It says that he said, "Verily I say unto you, no prophet is accepted in his own country, man." Right. So no prophet was accepted in his own country, man. Right. When the prophets of our forefathers spoke contrary to what the people wanted to believe, they wasn't accepted. Yahweh Shai wasn't accepted. When he preached in the synagogue, it wasn't accepted, man. That's why the Pharisees and Sadducees wanted to do away with him, man. Right? Same thing with us. It's not accepted. We are not acceptable in the eyes of the regular people, man. We seem weird. We get mocked, right? We get looked at as a different type of people. You know what I'm saying? We lose everything and sacrifice everything for the truth, man. We are not accepted in our own country, even within our own households, man. Right? You got people in the truth who got a family who's not in the truth, who look at you like you're a weirdo, bro. You changed. You're not the old such and such that I once knew, right? But that comes with being refined and tried, man, and converted in the mind, man, right? So us being prophets of the Most High God, we gotta accept that we're not accepted, man, right? That's the point, man. We gotta accept that we're not accepted, bro.
Bring that John 15.
Go ahead. Bring it up.
This John 15 and 19. You said 15 and 19, Priest?
One second.
All right.
Bring it up.
This John 15 and 19. If ye were of the world,
If you was what?
if ye were of the world, the world would love his own.
The world.
This John 15 and 19. If ye were of the world, the world would love his own.
If we was in the world will love us, right? But the world don't love us. Brothers ain't getting attention like that on these social media sites. Brothers getting ridiculed for what they believe in, man. Yeah. What we wear.
Brothers ain't getting likes.
I used to average like 50 likes on Facebook. I can't even get like barely like 10. That's like 100. You know what I'm saying?
On top of that, you getting shadow banned too. Everybody.
Right.
You ain't getting shadow banned.
Like I said,
Hey man, I be on Facebook. I put some prolific shit in there, man. In the comments, Comments supposed to be above. They'll throw your shit. You'll see it going like, and then they'll put your shit all the way down. Like, what the fuck? Because they watching what you saying, and they go in there, you will see what's going on, and you gonna uplift. And
You
I
already
used
in
to.
the system.
When I used
you
to.
already in the system. Soon as you post, it's getting shot over.
Con.
Soon as we post,
They already know who we are.
already going through the
Exactly.
system.
Exactly.
But
You can tell them to wait a little bit too for it. I just put it there.
all right. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world.
He chose us out of the world. Keep going.
Therefore, the world hateth you.
And this world hate us, man. This world hate us. It don't wanna. It doesn't agree with what we talking about. You know, you can make a post like the brother said. You make a post on Facebook, and even when that post does get some attention, what kind of attention does it get? Negative attention. They not agreeing with what you say. I don't understand how you think like that. What you hate women? You hate your brothers? You hate your sisters? What you like? No. For applying correction to your people, that doesn't mean that I hate you. I want to see you do better. I want to see you grow. I want to see your life. I want to see you increase abundantly in life. Right? Because I know where you should be, and when you at, it's not up to par with me. You know, I don't want you to be like that. But then when you apply that correction to a brother or sister, they take it as ridicule, they take it personal, and they reject it. They take it as hatred, and they apply hatred right back with it.
Right.
So like we go to the next slide, Bubba. Where it say Diocletian, right? And we go transition into the Passover. We're gonna throw the prayers up and all that.
Got precept.
Okay. Let him break out his precept first. Go ahead.
This is John 8:23. And he said unto them, Ye are from beneath, I am from above. Ye are of this world, I am not of this world.
And we're supposed to be trying to be, walking on Christ's footsteps, right? We're supposed to be trying to be like Christ, right? If he's not walking of the footsteps of the world, we can't be walking in the footsteps of the world, man. You got to carry your own cross, man. You got to go through the same calamities and temptations that Christ went through. And Christ ain't do it. So that means you could do it. You could not do what, you know what I'm saying, what you think you are subjugated to do, man. Right?
Like from our whole Mark 8, we'll pull Mark 8:34. Whichever one of y'all can get it first. Mark 8:34 back to show. Like the brother just said, you got to carry your own cross, right? And that comes with that drinking of the cup. Carrying your cross, drinking up the cup. Those are similar phrases, man, when it comes to this truth. Right? Mark 8:34. Who got it?
And when he had called the people unto him with his disciples also, he said unto them, Whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself.
Let him what?
Let him deny himself.
Let him love himself.
Let him deny himself.
Let him cherish himself.
Let him deny himself and take up his cross.
Right? It says, let him deny himself. You got to count your own life but dung, like Paul said, man. Right? You got to count your, which is shit. You got to count your own life as that. Right? You can't care, like the brother Malata brought out earlier. We care about raising our people up more than we care about our own lives and the things that's going on in it, man. Because that's what we know, that's what really go plant these seeds in the world. That's what's really go raise this nation, man. Right? By us denying ourselves. We denying what the hell we want to do. Brothers want to play PlayStation, Xbox, and lay up with their rib all day. But instead, what the hell we out there doing every Saturday? Teaching our people, man. Stealing the elect. Feeding the lost sheep. That's what we out there doing. Right? Keep going on that, Salaki.
Verse 35. For whosoever will save his life.
Will save his life, meaning what? You go back to the world. You choose not to go through the trial and tribulation of this truth. You're trying to save your life. Right? You're trying to go back to what you came from. You say, man, I miss all the friends I had when I was selling weed. I miss all the hoes I was getting when I was out there, just on fire. I miss all of that. Right? Keep going, Salaki.
Whoever will save his life shall lose it.
Now, Lord, you gonna die in your iniquity. Because you're trying to save your life. You're trying to go back to that old iniquity that you had. Keep going.
But whosoever shall lose his life
Right?
for my sake and
Whosoever shall give up his life, man. We gave up our lives. That old man is dead and buried.
Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah,
boom.
we gave that up. It's over with. He in the ground, 6 feet under.
He trying to be surfing some hard time.
Yeah,
He trying to creep
to.
back through sometime. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about? He got to
Sometimes Satan is in the right motherfucker that'll bring
bring
that
him
old
out.
man
You know
up.
what I'm
Zombie man.
Yeah, zombie.
You gotta throw him in the Nelson.
I
Like,
got
nigga, you
precepts too.
Yeah, and drive him back under like the Undertaker.
know what I'm talking about?
Right, bring it out, Kuna. Keep going, and then get your precept.
shall lose it, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's,
Right,
the same shall save it.
right. The same shall save it. Right. So if you're willing to lose your life for your house shot and these gospels and raising your people up, you gonna get that everlasting life. That's what it's all about. The same shall save it, man. Like on it.
It's Joel 2:27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed. And that's the thing, man. Niggas be ashamed of the Most High, man. People be ashamed of the black community. That's why you always hear niggas saying that, oh no, I'm Puerto Rican, man. And I'm mixed. I got white in me. And I'm Polish, because you ashamed to be a damn Israelite, man.
Right.
So like,
Go
I
ahead.
used to be like, that's how I know that church was like false. It was bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to feel like that. You get some hoes, you used to be like, they don't know that. You baptized. I used to be like, nah, I ain't finna go up there. But when I came into this truth, it was like it was no
Royalty.
holding back.
Royalty.
Like what we doing? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But like you said, some brothers do be like, you know, that's a lukewarm spirit. Lukewarm, you know what I'm saying?
Wavering spirit.
But man, when you 10 toes down in this thing, bro, you like, what we doing? Where we at?
Just like the Bible says, man, he called our names from the beginning, man. The ones that's here that call him, man, they gonna stand to the forefront, man, be the warriors, man. Right? You shouldn't be wavering in this spirit. You shouldn't be man, when I got in this truth, I put on a whole crown, man. I knew that I was royalty, right? I was nothing in the streets. I was just plain OD. The nigga that just fuck all the females and shit, man. That's what I was, right? Gang banging, doing all type of wickedness, man. That's what I was, bro. Now in this spirit and this truth, now I know that I'm royalty, and I know that my life means something, man. I know that my people mean something. More than just my life. Go ahead, King. You got it.
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 1, verse 20.
Bring it out.
According to my earnest expectation and my hope, that in nothing I shall be ashamed, but that with all boldness, as always, shall now also Christ shall be magnified in my body, whether it be by life or by death. For me, to live is Christ, and to die is gain.
That's right. We supposed to be living in that thing, that same spirit that Christ was living in, man. He was put on this earth for us to, see that what we thought couldn't be done, it can actually be done, man. Go ahead.
I got
You mind
precept.
jumping up to verse 14?
Verse, chapter 1, verse 14.
Philippians, right?
Yeah.
It said many brothers wax confident by my bonds, right? But that's what we gotta do.
This is Philippians chapter 1, verse 14. And many of the brothers in the Lord wax confidently by my bonds.
So many other brothers was seeing what Paul, so like to come out, whole 2 Corinthians 11 and 22. Many other brothers was seeing what Paul was going through, right? They saw all the beatings that he had to go through. They saw all the shipwrecks that he had to go through, right? And they was waxing confident. They was like, yeah, Paul's going through it. The apostles going through it. The Lord really dealing with him, right? And that's how we ought to look at this. Like, damn, brother going through it. The Lord really dealing with. The Lord really loved this nigga because it said, who the Lord loveth, he chastened them, man. Yeah, that's what Hebrews 12. Yeah, that's right. Right, so it said, brothers was waxing confident by Paul's bonds, by the things that he was going through. So like,
I got a precept.
so like it was more on that. So,
More on that. As many as the brothers in the Lord wax confidently by my bond, as much more bond to speak the Lord without fear.
So it said those brothers, they was watching what Paul was going through, and they became more bold to speak the word of the Lord without fear. We saw what our forefathers went through, and we was like, we trying to go through the same thing,
Right.
because we know that because they went through that, they part of the elect. So we want to go through that so that we could make sure that we part of the elect. Like I say, make your election sure. Right? So that's what we trying to do. We want to go through those things that they was going through, right? So that we could live those same, lives and obtain that same election that they obtained. Was it more on that? So like that's it. God, that's it on that.
This is Proverbs 27:17. Iron sharpen iron. So a man sharpened the countenance of his friend. It goes right back into that scripture, man. Right? They seen the disciples going through so much diversion when they was out there teaching, man. And just like we see what we go through, that's going to make us stronger, man. Right? When you see the elders out there teaching and keep going and keep pushing, that's going to keep the younger people in the truth to keep on pushing, man. Right? Because we are the younger generations. It's more mightier to see an elder out here doing his thing.
Right.
And we'd be like, okay, he keeping the fire lit, man.
Yeah.
He keeping the torch lit. And all he's going to do is pass it back and be like, man, that's y'all turn now, man. Right? Go ahead.
I want to add on, like in the Christian church, like in our community, the smart niggas, we call them lame. You know what I'm saying? So they were soft. But when you come to this truth, you see intellectual niggas who still got their masculinity. In a Christian church, they not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's like they soft as hell.
The smarter they get,
The softer they get. So when I came to this truth, what draw me to this is like, damn, like they smart as hell, but they still got they got they, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like
still men.
they still warriors, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so that's why I never drew to the church choir boy shit. Like, I couldn't get into
They
it.
was working in that church.
They was too soft.
And that brings me to the point. That brings me to your point of righteous contention, right? We're supposed to be contentious in the spirit with these scriptures. Let me bring this out real quick. This is Paul, right? Paul, this is an epistle of Paul, right? This is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, for yourselves, brethren, know that our interest in unto you, that it was not in vain. It says, but even after that we had suffered before, we were shamefully entreated. As you know, at Philippi, we were bold in our God to speak unto you the gospel of God with much contention, man. Right? So when I go to the definition of contention, right? Contention means dispute, variance, argument, conflict, right? So the same things that our forefathers was doing, right? They saw it was a glorious thing. We see it as glory too, right? We go out there and contend for the faith. What? Every weekend, every chance we get, right? It says, for our exhortation was not of deceit. It says, nor of uncleanness, nor in guile, but as we were allowed of God to be put in trust with the gospel. So who is entrusted with this gospel? And most of our God, like if you read the book of John chapter 15, verse 16, it says Yahweh Shai chose us. We didn't choose ourselves, right? So we was seen to be allowed to preach this gospel, right? So it was something. It was a light in us that we didn't even see it back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Right? It says, but as we were allowed of God to be in the trust with the gospel, even so we speak, not as pleasing men, but God which trieth our hearts, man. Neither for any time using flattering words, as we know, nor the cloak of covetousness, God is with you. So we don't speak with flattering words, man. We don't speak with smooth sayings, man. We contend for this faith because we was chosen to do so, man. We walk this walk because Yahweh Shai said, walk this motherfucking walk, man. The ones that's
out there doing the smooth sayings and the smooth words, those are the ones that and people on the niggas out the ghettos to do the word, man. Because the first ones that was called, they didn't listen, man. Right? They ain't listen to the pastors, the so-called niggas that got the intellectual speeches, the ones that's supposed to gather our people in. Those are the ones that's in churches. Those are the ones that's in these mosques. Those are the ones that they into top, you know, they into the top vibration of things, man. But the ones that's looked at like, oh man, them niggas ain't no man. That's D, man. That's Damien or whatever your name is, man. Right? They looked at like they nothing, man. My family, they be like, man, nigga, you D, nigga. Your man, nigga, you can't tell me nothing, nigga. You been talking crazy. You doing all type of stuff. Yeah. I'm from East. I'm from Gang Bang. Yeah. And then they make fun of your name. They make fun of what you're doing, how you dress, all that shit. And you be there about to fight your family. Like,
It's like,
I just want to add up to what brother said. You're right, brother. All the time we see brothers out there. Well, I came into the life. You know, I'm in my 60s. You know, brothers that's in their 50s and the 60s. When I brought this life to them, man, is you crazy? Are you serious? You don't read that Bible? Are you waking up in your 60s to go backwards in time? I'm telling these niggas, no, I woke up in my 60s so we can go forward.
Right. I woke up in my 60s to get a young man.
Yeah, you know, and we was all, I was with some thuggish niggas, not telling them. God used Paul. Paul was choking people on the road to Damascus. He's one of those tools that God used. He ain't no soft tool. In that toolbox, God pulled out that big hammer and said, well, I need to change this brother. So I come from that mold of brothers. We ain't no soft brothers in Israel. And if they soft, they get in the church tomorrow. God wakes us up, we don't fight. I don't think he got us a weak soldier in Israel. No such thing. They're all strong like
I wish I said that, you know, a prophet is without honor in his hometown.
Right.
So, you know, all the niggas that I knew back then, they mock me.
That's right.
You know, but I meet somebody random on the street, they be like, oh, bro, you different knowledge.
Right.
You know, but people that you know, people that's, you know, from your background, they don't give you that respect. They don't,
You know what?
That's like when you was hustling, like you used to be, like you were hustling.
Not even just that.
Fires back in the day when we
Yeah.
had the fires, weed or whatever on the block, right? Niggas will go way down here, cross town, and go there instead of coming where you at because it's you.
And you know what it
But the
is?
stranger will come and be like, man, you that nigga.
You know what it is? The strangers, they think when they hear stuff like that, they think we was born in this shit.
Right.
And it's like, no, I'm the same nigga that you is. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because I talked to certain people and they was like, man, how long you been in this shit? I only been in this for like 4-5 years. But you know how much knowledge that I accumulated and niggas be thinking like I'm really some brilliant type nigga. And I'm like, no, nigga. No, go ahead.
Let me bring this piece up real quick, right? 'Cause what we're talking about is, we ultimately talking about how the Most High God chose us in a lower state to be risen up to a greater estate, right? It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 27.
Bring it out.
It says, but God have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, man.
Right.
So, here at this table is able to confound your scholars, or back in the world, if you say scholars or church leaders or whoever, confound these same people that we once was in the church as kids, you know what I'm saying? Looking up to them, but the Most High God put a wisdom on us to confound them these days, man. As we was looking at the foolish, man. It says, and God have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty, man. Right? So we got certain breakdowns and certain understandings and certain wisdom that even the pastors who've been preaching for 20 plus years ain't even heard of, right? The Lord shows the base, the Lord alone, right at the hood, the trenches, the slums, and brought us to a place where we understand we great now. You know what I'm saying? We got a mind frame of we are great people now. We can understand things that we couldn't once understand back in the world, man. And the Most High God is powerful, man.
That's a lot here, man. Man, I used to be downtown. I used to see brothers, Hebrews like brothers, all on the corner. That was not getting in my mind, bro. I walk past like, man, these niggas crazy, man. Whatever. And then something clicked. I'm like, damn, I'm not saying, brother, the devil is on the corners all that time. I'm just walking past and like, man, these niggas tripping, they talking crazy to people. But now I see, you know, hey man, it's only time when the Most High got that time for you, man.
That's right.
You can't just jump in this truth and it's not your time yet, man.
That's right.
It gotta be your time.
And I used to see them in the
Go
70s,
get it.
brother.
You get it.
Back in the 70s, I used to see the brothers, and I would walk past these brothers, and not doing. I was curious. You know, I seen some One West brothers back in the early 70s. I was curious, but it just didn't seem like it was my time.
In the 70s, though.
In the 70s, you know, when this stuff was out there in the street, and I would walk past these brothers, and they were, I remember the devil was powerful. I remember this old lady. This old lady walked up and grabbed my hand. Brother Zane, come here, let me tell you about yourself. And the lady grabbed my hand. She said, you don't want to go, them blacks are up. That's what she said to me. But the brother was bringing out the knowledge of Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Yahushua, and there was something different that these people had never heard.
Now check this out. I grew up in foster homes and group homes. It was a foster home I was staying in, and they was playing them tapes. And I grew up with my great grandma. She was going to what's that damn church called? Something with an A. I'm glad I don't even remember.
Apostolic.
Yeah, Apostolic Church of God over there. You know what this shit is? The big ass church, right?
115 or something?
Apostolic Church of God. That's exactly what it's called. I don't know that. It's a big church, bro. It's a big church. Reverend Meek, exactly. I remember his name.
Yeah, that nigga was.
Look, the crazy thing is, I grew up in that church, and when I was in a foster home, they had the Hebrew Israelites on the damn playing every damn time on the damn TV, and I just ignored that. I'm like, man, I need to get out of here. These niggas crazy. You know what I'm saying? These Hebrew Israelite niggas crazy. I gotta go. I'm telling the DCFS worker, I gotta go. I can't deal with this.
And you was one of them tools God had in that toolbox. He was just using you for later. At that point in your life, you was that rough tool. God was like, that's okay. I'm going to keep them in this box. Polish them up. Right? I'm going to polish them up. Because I was worse. I thought I would never be in the life that I'm in.
Oh, I never did either.
You know, never thought I'd be in this life.
Like when I first came in the truth, I noticed that people feel what they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? So when I came in the truth, my niggas, they was like, they was scared because they was losing. You know what I'm saying? So they one of my homies, they called me like, man, bro, I hear you walking around on the block with the Bible and trying to teach niggas with the Bible and shit. You know, when you first come to the truth, you gotta outstandings here. You condemning niggas.
You talking
trying to, hey, bro, you ain't follow the law. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? I was just on that. You know what I'm saying? So when my nigga, he called me. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had no malicious intent, but he was concerned. Yeah, like, bro, I hear about you on the block with a Bible. You okay? You going through something? You lost a family member or something? He's like, bro, what you trying to be a Black Panther? You trying to put a dashiki on or something? G? What the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm losing self-made, G. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, G, like, you my homie, G. I don't want you to turn into no weirdo, G, type shit. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm in the truth, bro. Like, I gave my phone away to my homie. You know what I'm saying, G? Let him, like, bro, I'm done with this shit, bro.
So you really self-made?
That was my name. My name's Seth. You know, Black people don't know how to pronounce it. Seth, TH at the end, so they just call me Self.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we don't say bath.
Right.
We say bath with F. You know what I'm saying? So niggas call me Self. And over time, niggas call me self-made and shit like that.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying?
I was like, no, that's exactly how it was.
So niggas like, man, bro, like, you trying to be a Black Panther or something? You trying to put a dashiki on or something? Nigga, like, what the fuck going on, dude?
I stopped shaking up. I used to shake
Yeah,
up.
like, I just
stopped
like,
shaking up. It was
good, bro, like.
Oh, nigga, you a hot.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
What's wrong with you?
I ain't gonna lie. I just stopped going to the hood. It wasn't even, I was in the truth. I just seen so many niggas that I grew up with dying, bro. And I'm like, damn. Like, at a certain point when I was young, bro, I thought I was gonna die just malicious ass death. I used to dream about dying, getting shot, turning The same dream over and over and over and over. Me hit the corner and nigga just got boom, and then I'll wake up every damn time. But it wasn't even the truth that got me up. It was just niggas just dropping every damn day, and niggas I know. Oh damn, why you ain't on the block? Cause niggas we dying. Nigga, what are you talking about? Nigga, this shit ain't fun no more. I'm a fun type nigga. I like to get dressed, pop bottles, kick with some females, go up top on the rooftop and act crazy. That's the type of nigga I was. Not the everybody dying and shit. That shit crazy as hell. So when I started coming to the block, that was just the end. Everybody just, and then when the truth came out, they were like searching on Facebook. Oh yeah, that's deep. We got all the hoes. That shit ceased. I told my best friend, I said, man, look, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, bro. That nigga blocked me, deleted me on Facebook and everything.
Damn.
Like, man, I don't want to hear about that Hebrew Israelite shit, man. And then I just, he deleted.
That's funny. You can walk with brothers as long as you're doing dirt. You got a lot of brothers walking with you. Mm-hmm. The moment you turn into that narrow road, you get by yourself. By yourself. That's what I was looking for. Somebody the same mind as you. Because if you don't, it seems like you're back in the world. You know.
And them niggas that soft, niggas like this, they soft.
Individual.
They soft. It is what it is. You soft. You don't care about nothing. You care about just fighting and killing your own damn people. Nigga, I ain't known that. And nigga, I still take up for you if I see a damn Israelite in gas station. I'm riding. I don't care who it is. But nigga, I just can't be on the block with killing each other and shit and selling drugs to our people and shit. I can't do it.
Part of me is over with.
And that shit over with.
That life is over with. We killed that person.
And we see my homies in Hot Park, maybe driving. Oh, dude, what's up, woo? And it is what it is, but at the same time, they know. Oh, you be on that blacky black shit. That's what they call it. Blacky black man. It's all good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm about, though.
Right.
You know I ain't out here just doing goofy shit. And again, the same thing is, I know you know the message that I'm pushing out there. You just not strong enough to take the criticism.
They really ignore it.
No, they just ain't strong enough to take the criticism. We gotta take that criticism. We gotta take that. Oh, that nigga tweaking, he bugged out. I know they talking about it. They can't do it.
Most times just say he ain't called.
Yeah.
You can't just go to the boy. He gotta
I mean, when I was in the world, I hated to read. Dude. I didn't like to read, bro. I didn't like to learn or none of that shit. Like, I had to come into the truth. When I opened up the Bible, when I was in the Word, I seen, forgot this, I closed it. Like, how, I didn't understand. But when I got into the truth, it's like I thirst for that shit.
Every word.
Like, I thirst for it now. Like, but when I was in the world, bro, I hated. I didn't start reading until I got in the truth. I ain't never started reading until, and I think Revelations 1 and 3 said, "Bless the man that readers." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, like I said, I was around you all the time.
About precept.
You know what I'm saying? We got the precept. And we gonna close the stream. We gonna throw up the prayer and get into the ceremonial part.
This is 1 Peter chapter 4. I'm gonna start at the top. For as much then as Yahushua has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased for sin, that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lusts of men, but to the will of Yahweh. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lasciviousness, lusts, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries, wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. Right? So once you leave that wicked lifestyle and you you start getting in your Bible. They see you reading your Bible every day. You don't hang out with the same people every day. They're gonna be like, man, what's wrong with this dude, bro? What's wrong with him? And they're gonna start mocking you, right? They're gonna start speaking evil on your name, right? Because you're a changed person. You're above them, like Yahushua said, I'm above and you're below. They're just below.
You close the precept, right? So we're gonna get ready to close out, right, and do the anointings and eat the feast of the Lord. So I'm give all honor and glory to the Most High God,
Yahushua.
Right, I'm gonna say, "Come Yahshua,
Come Yahshua,
come Yahshua,
come Yahshua,
Hallelujah."
hallelujah, amen.
Good Lord,